Hey, Davante, Thomas Mott. Welcome to Philadelphia Eagles Now. Let's start with this. Drop a like if you guys think the Eagles are going to still make the postseason, as we'll talk about here in today's mailbag video. A lot of questions, honestly, some really good questions that I want to dive into coming up here in just a couple of seconds. But first, again, if you think Philadelphia can go on a little run here, as I think that they will do, go down below, give this video a thumbs up. Try to get to 200 likes in today's video. I think there are 200 Eagle fans out there that do believe Philadelphia will make the postseason, right? I mean, we have 21,000 subscribers. At least 200 of you guys think they're going to make the postseason, right? If you do, go down below, give this video a thumbs up. All right, let's jump into some questions here, some really good ones today. If you're a subscriber and you asked a good question, then I pulled it and we're going to answer it. So here we go. Alex6907 Phila, I guess Philadelphia there, says, hashtag Eagles, think the Eagles can get a mid-round pick for Gardner Minshew this offseason due to his performance against the Jets. I don't know if a mid-round draft, what is that, 4, 5 in a 4th or 5th round, maybe. I think they're going to keep him, though. Like, honestly, even though there are a lot of teams that need a quarterback next year, and the list of 4 you see on your screen right now is not all of them, but the Steelers definitely need a quarterback. Big Ben going to retire. Denver's not going to keep Teddy Bridgewater another year, so they obviously need another quarterback. I don't know if Taylor Heineke's the future there for Washington. I would get a quarterback because I think the roster is decent enough for them to win games with a good quarterback with the football team. The Texans obviously need one as well. A lot of those teams will draft quarterbacks. So I don't know if they're going to just go out and bring in Gardner Minshew to be a gap starter or a fill-in starter, but I wouldn't rule out a team at least making an offer. I would like to keep him. I think Gardner Minshew is a great backup quarterback. Now, I know Gardner wants to start eventually, and that's going to be his future goal. And so does he want to stay in Philadelphia long-term as a backup? Probably not. But I think he did exactly what a backup quarterback should do, and a good one at that. In the Jets win, you come in, your quarterback's out for a week, and Jalen Hurts, you don't miss a step, you don't miss a beat, you play really, really good football. I know he created some drama and some controversy there, but I love him as a backup quarterback. I think he's fantastic. I think he very much fits the mold of what Nick Foles was pre-Super Bowl, and that was a very competent and good backup quarterback. And I hope he stays through next year, regardless of who the starting quarterback is, whether that's Hurts or Russell Wilson or a quarterback they draft, whatever it is. But I guess you could get a mid-round pick for him, but the odds of that happening to me are few and far in between. All right, next question is, to me, fascinating. We're going to get into that in just a second. First, though, be sure to subscribe, because whatever happens with Minshew, with Hurts, the playoff run, draft picks, free agency, future trade, like we cover it all here in the channel. Like, I'm here for you to give you guys the latest Eagles news and rumors. I always say that in a short 10-minute condensed video to move on with your day. You watch this, you know what's going on, you move on. That's the goal here at the channel. If you guys appreciate that, go down below and subscribe as we approach 22,000 subs here on Philadelphia Eagles Now. All right, let's dive into this question, and then I'm going to show some news that goes with it. Here we go. Reverend Bebop says, hey, Thomas, I'm a Hurts guy and wanted to be the guy. However, if he stinks it up the rest of the season, with a lack of talent coming out of the draft, what do you want the Eagles to do at quarterback? So, for answering that question, let me show you this tweet that came out yesterday. This is fascinating to me. Show Rob Maddie's tweet, who covers the National Football League, yesterday. Quote, mentioned this from an AFC executive in a couple of interviews I did this week. He told me hashtag Eagles could look to trade 2 of 3 2022 first-round picks to accumulate more draft capital in 2023. That way, they'd evaluate Jalen Hurts for another year and still have extra picks, end quote. So, you essentially would trade back. You would give somebody, your 2 first-round draft picks, get additional picks in the first round in 2023, and then use those to draft players in 2023 and therefore have more time to evaluate Jalen Hurts. Now, I take it one step further. Who is the number 1 quarterback in 2023? Well, it's Bryce Young. I think the Eagles might look to take Bryce Young in 2023 if they don't think Jalen Hurts is going to be the guy in 2022. So essentially what this whole grand scheme would look like is you would trade out of the first round with 2 of your 3 first-round draft picks, meaning you'd keep one of them, probably the highest one, take a pass rusher or a cornerback or a wide receiver or whatever the main need is there for Philadelphia. Those 2 draft picks would then become 2023 first-round draft picks and probably a little extra, maybe a second-round draft pick, a third-round draft pick this year, so you're getting more draft capital. You start Jalen Hurts this coming year in 2022 because, again, he's only really played 1 full year, so he could really pop in year 2, as Carson Wentz did, and then be the quarterback of the future, and then you have all these picks in 2023 to get more talent, right? Or you play Hurts next year, Hurts continues to be kind of up and down, not good, not great, little average, and then you have 3 first-round draft picks next year, you package them, trade up, and draft Bryce Young, who many people consider to be the next great quarterback. I think we all kind of agree with that because he will win the Heisman Trophy. I'm not saying this is going to happen. I'm not saying this is the plan, but according to this tweet, it's an idea for Philadelphia if they want to evaluate Jalen Hurts for 1 more year, which I definitely do. I think even if you don't think that Bryce Young is going to be the grand scheme plan and you spend all 3 of your first-round draft picks this year, you can still take the entire year to evaluate Jalen Hurts. There's no timetable on getting rid of Hurts because he still is on his rookie contract and cost you virtually nothing. So I love this idea, and I think it's something to definitely keep an eye on going forward for Philadelphia if they were to trade out of the first round with multiple of their first-round draft picks. The other option is obviously Russell Wilson. We talked about this a lot there, right? If Hurts isn't the guy, use those first-round draft picks, get Russell Wilson, although I think they will at least kick the bucket on that. I think the long-term goal of making Hurts the guy and saving those first-round draft picks, whether you use them on defensive talent or Bryce Young in the future, is probably the best idea Philadelphia could have and do with those first-round draft picks. Either way, crazy stuff all in the future. Pin comment, though, down below. Let's just ask this question, right? Would you want the Eagles to draft Bryce Young in 2023 if they can? Meaning, if Hurts is not the guy, if they have the first-round draft picks, a lot of things have to happen. But give me your thoughts. Why down below for yes during the pinned comment, and down below for no. All right, next question here to me is very interesting. It says, #Eagles, think there is that as an organization we are focused too much on quarterbacks. My thoughts question is, shouldn't we be focused on getting rid of busts like Jalen Reagor and Arcega-Whiteside? What are your thoughts? No, I don't think we're too focused on quarterbacks because quarterbacks are what matter in the National Football League. And honestly, the idea of getting rid of Reagor or Whiteside to me would only be logical if someone would trade for them, but no one's going to. Like, there's no reason to cut Jalen Reagor. I mean, he's only making $3.5 million a year. He's on a rookie deal right now. That's like 4 years and $14 million with like a $3 million signing bonus. So as bad as he is, there's a reason why they've kept Whiteside and they've kept Reagor this long, because they cost them nothing. Like, they're just bodies out there at wide receiver. Now what needs to happen is you replace them and bump them down the depth chart, right? In the end, you bring them down and you promote a free agent wide receiver or a draft wide receiver, and you don't give all these snaps and reps to Jalen Reagor. But until you get another one to bump down Reagor on the depth chart or Whiteside, you keep them because they cost you virtually nothing. Now, they're infuriating, and I can't stand these two, and they're absolute busts. Like, I understand all of that, but just cutting them because Jalen Reagor, dropped touchdown passes or touchdown catches in the Giants game, it doesn't make any sense because, again, you're not paying him very, very much, hardly anything, and he still has the potential, I guess, technically, in the end, to be a good receiver. Before we can get into the next question here, we're shout out to our friends at BetUS and your ability to jump in on the sports betting world. Chatsports.com/EaglesBet is the link that you need. Promo code Eagles125. Essentially, it's a deposit bonus. Our gift to you for Christmas turns your $100 deposit into $225 to bet on Philadelphia or other NFL games, as I do every single week here. I bet 5 games every single week. You guys saw my bets of the week earlier this week. Do with our friends at BetUS. I have fun every single week betting. $10 here, $10 there. It's fun to see if you guys are right with the teams that you pick to win. Chatsports.com/EaglesBet. That promo code again is Eagles125. Okay, haha person says, if the Eagles were to sign a top wide receiver this offseason, who would it be? Well, there are 5, right? There's more than 5, but there are really 5 that I keep an eye on. Davante Adams is the cream of the crop. I think he goes whether Rodgers goes. So if he stays in Green Bay, then Adams will stay. I think he should at least make a run. Can you afford him? Different question. Everybody else below them, though, won't be as expensive. Allen Robinson, to me, wants to play with a decent quarterback, and I think alongside Devontae Smith is very intriguing. Chris Godwin is a really intriguing idea. I love Chris Godwin. I think he'd be a great addition in Philadelphia. Mike Williams, not talked about a lot, but a very good receiver out there with the Chargers, the former Clemson receiver. Michael Gallup, he's going to get a big contract this offseason. He's a Cowboy, but I think would be a nice pairing with Devontae Smith. Any one of these guys would be a great addition to Devontae Smith and would make this receiver core what it was supposed to be. With Reagor in there, you just insert an actually good receiver. I like the idea of signing a free agent receiver. I think that's where you do it versus drafting one. I'd rather draft defensive players and sign offensive players because you know that one is proven and one will be eventually in the end. You guys think the Eagles should sign a wide receiver this offseason? What do you think? Type Y down below for yes or type N down below for no. I think they should, and any one of those 5, to me, I am fantastic with and would love the idea for Philadelphia. One more here quickly. Christopher Roundtree says, do you think there's a chance we take another first-round wide receiver in the draft? There is, although as I just said, I'd rather sign somebody. Like, I like Chris Olave, and there's another one out there. I'm blanking on his name right now. Either way, there are a lot of good ones. There always are. But I'd rather get a receiver in rounds 2 or 3, a little more value packaged up in there. I think Chase Claypool with the Steelers with a second-round draft pick. But I think signing somebody, to me, makes a lot more sense because then you know they can instantly make an impact versus needing a receiver to kind of develop, as we've seen Devontae Smith have up and downs here during his rookie year. Either way, the Eagle receivers, especially Devontae Smith next year, they're going to be great. All right, also for today on our Eagles mailbag video, hashtag Eagles down below in the comments section to be a part of next week's mailbag video. And of course, if your question was not answered, it either wasn't a good question, which, sorry, but I go through all of them, so I read your question for sure, or it was a good question, but you weren't a subscriber. That's the rule here. So go down below and subscribe to help grow the channel and also be a part of next week's mailbag video. We would greatly appreciate it. Also for today on our Philadelphia Eagles news and rumor mailbag video here, I'm Thomas Mott. Enjoy the bye week. Enjoy your weekend. No Eagles stress on Sunday. Just watch football and have fun with it, right? Signing off for the rest of your day.